What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of 10K on the Bay, my journey to 10,000 live listings. I appreciate you guys joining me today for episode number 4 of 30 on my eBay shortcuts. These are the best tips that I learned last year in 2017, interviewing over 150 people. If you'd like, you can watch this whole series for free on YouTube, or you can buy my eBay shortcuts PDF on eBay. And if you're happy, that might save you some time. You can just read through it and ask me any questions at 10konthebay@gmail.com. Sorry I'm late today. I had a few technical difficulties, but we'll get straight into it. So the one thing that will make or break your eBay business, in my opinion, is treating yourself like a business versus a hobby. And I'm going to go over the exactly what I'm talking about in 10 different categories right now. So there are 10 things I think you need to do for eBay, which is sourcing, prepping, cleaning, photography, accounting and bookkeeping, storage, titles, staff, customer service, and shipping. There's like 10 different things you need to do properly. You need to wear all 10 hats when you're running your small business. So the difference between running a hobby store is like sort of half-assing these different categories versus, when you're if you're a business owner, you show up early to your shop, you clean up a lot of things, you make sure things are really good, and you're basically doing things at a higher level. So this is how I look at it. You can do things between level 1 and level 10. Level 10 is like max, really crispy, clean, smooth, professional. You care a lot versus like level 1 is not caring very much. And a lot of people don't care very much. So for example, you meet somebody at a party, you don't remember their name. Then it's because it's not important to you. But if I were to tell you, and you might say, oh, I'm not very good with names, I'm not very good with remembering things. But if I told you that you would earn $100,000 by doing business with this person, you would probably remember their name without any kind of hack, without any kind of system. You wouldn't need anything. You would just remember because it matters more. And like 100 grand would normally affect your life. For some people, like Hustler Hacks in the chat, it's chump change. But for most of us, $100,000 would really affect our lives. So you'd want to be at that level. You would have that level 10 attention span. You would absorb it. Everything they said would be super interesting. You'd always laugh. You would smile. You would, do whatever you could to get it. It's the same thing when you're attracting a mate. If you're trying to do level 10, this is kind of an interesting thing. People always say, be yourself when you go on a date. But I don't see that. When I see people on a first date, they are somebody else. They're level 10 version of themselves, trying to create the highest likelihood that person will like you. So let me give you some examples in these 10 categories of a hobby business versus somebody who takes it really seriously. Okay, this is the first one, sourcing. So somebody who is just sourcing as a hobby, that means they're selling stuff around the house, they're selling stuff they find at garage sales, thrift stores, random stuff. They have no control over their sourcing. Right. And the highest level professional would be, like, in my opinion, a franchise owner. If you were to buy a Subway or a McDonald's and you only get, you're at a Subway or a McDonald's and you don't have to worry about your sourcing or supply at all. It's all coming to you, right? So that would be really professional. Or if you sell in a specific niche or replenishables, or you do as I tell you to do and focus on 3 categories, I would consider yourself a professional because you're focused. You understand what you're going to get. Let's say you sell Patagonia jackets as one of your categories. So it's a really hot brand. You like it. So you spend time dealing with wholesalers that sell it. You spend time looking for retail arbitrage deals on Patagonia. You're really into it. You understand the difference between this specific parka that's $99 and the same parka with a little eagle on it that's $179.99. You're a pro. You're really into it, and you really understand the difference. Okay, photography. Here's a difference between a hobby store and a professional store. So I'm getting a lot of questions on my low-key Husky store saying that the pictures are not consistent. I would agree with you. And that's why that's a hobby store. In my regular store, all the pictures look identical because I'm trying to create the exact setup. The thing is, I think you can do $100,000 pre-tax in a hobby store. It doesn't have to be professional. I'm just saying it elevates yourself to a different level. And I am going to strive to do that in both stores. I want my Husky store to be professional too. It makes professional money, but I want to make sure it looks like an actual store and really take it to the next level. And it's like, if you want to be level 10, I would agree. My photos are probably like a level 5. So I really got to up my game in the photography area to get to the next level. So the next one is accounting and bookkeeping. Professional level would be somebody having an actual CPA. All their receipts are done on one credit card. That credit card statement is reconciled at the end of every week or every month or every day if you're really on top of stuff. And that would be something that would separate you from people who have no idea what's going on. And I mean, I would say the majority of the people that I talk to on the internet don't pay tax because they're making less than $20,000 a year. And so PayPal is not reporting that 1099 and they are not reporting it. But I don't recommend you do that, especially if you have over 200 transactions per year, because you're going to get reported anyway. I really don't want you guys going to prison for not paying your taxes. So let's not do that. Let's all talk to a CPA. That's actually eBay shortcut number 5. You guys are looking for a preview. We're going to be talking about scheduling something with your CPA. I don't have any recommendations for CPAs because I still use the one that I used when I was running all my other businesses. So I don't have one that's specifically online business. So if you guys know somebody, you're welcome to email me at 10konthebay@gmail.com so I can switch to one, hopefully one that knows how I'm supposed to report taxes on YouTube, Patreon. And I have around 14 different income sources right now. So it's getting a little bit complicated and fuzzy. So I want to make sure that it is legit. And minimize my tax exposure. Okay, the next one is storage system. So my original storage system, it was pile on floor, and that's not a legitimate. That is not a legitimate storage system. I had to upgrade to randomly putting them in bins, and then I upgraded to a bin system with letters, and then now I have shelves. Now I have racks and shelves. It's just like slowly improving. But in my opinion, a professional eBay store has the storage system complete, organized, and things that are in place so that you can achieve a certain organization. So that's totally different. You want to move from pile on the floor to organized inventory system eventually. That's the difference between a professional store and a hobby store. If you guys are in the chat, go ahead and hit the like. I would really appreciate that. Helps people find my channel. And that'll be the only time I ask for likes this channel. So thank you so much. Next one is titles. So titles and descriptions are very important. A professional store has clear titles that are accurate, no keyword spamming. It's just the accurate, relevant keywords. Capitalized case is the general format, but I have seen people put the brand in all caps. Again, that's not recommended by eBay, but a lot of people do it. So that's titles. Make sure your descriptions and titles are short to the point, no active content, no videos, no dancing pandas, none of that stuff like that. You want to get like legitimate titles in place so that people can find your item. That's the first way people are drawn to you. So make sure that you don't put a fire emoji in the title. That's not even allowed. So don't make crappy titles. If you really want to get the highest traffic, treat yourself professionally. Okay, the next one is staff. Staff is huge. In my opinion, most professional people have staff, at least a helper. Somebody comes and helps them with photography. Somebody that comes and helps them with shipping. Somebody that helps source for them. If you don't have staff, you're probably a hobby seller because you need to go to the next level to be sort of a business owner where people are helping you. In my opinion, you can do it all by yourself, but that's just a lot of work. You want to make sure that you step it up and organize yourself to the point where somebody else can do any of the tasks. In the ultimate business, in my opinion, the ultimate business is a store that grows every single month without you there. That is like level 10 business. You've hired people that grow the business. Level 7 or 8 would be there are people at your business that maintain it. And level 4 or 5 business is like you have a couple of people that just do basic tasks and keep it alive. And the lowest form of business, which is, I'm trying to fully get out of and move into the second stage, is just doing it all by yourself or with one helper, because it's completely reliant on you. If I take a break, there's no more new stuff coming in and the business doesn't grow, which is sad. So that's not a high level. A level 10 staff would be there's a purchaser sourcing all these tasks that I'm going over. Somebody else would be in place to do it. That would be the highest form of a business, in my opinion, where everyone in the business is growing even though you're not there. Okay. Next one is customer service. Customer service, is massively important. If I see people yelling at people for negative feedback, like, what's wrong with you? I can't believe you left me a negative. Get off of eBay. This kind of retaliation or angry answering to feedback is garbage. That's not professional at all. I received a negative feedback over a cat scratcher, and the customer said useless. And it's a literally a cardboard piece of it's a cardboard cat scratcher. There is no utility to it beyond a cat potentially scratching it, right? There's no utility to it. So I could have retaliated and wrote something dumb, but I sent an email to the customer saying, I apologize for your cat's experience with it. I'm happy to give a full refund. Is revising your feedback an option? Like, because I'm going for 100% customer satisfaction here. If you're unhappy for any reason, I will give you your money back. What do you think? They did not respond. So I replied to their negative feedback saying, I appreciate, or I offered a full refund, and cat satisfaction is not always guaranteed. That's what I wrote. It was a little bit snarky, but it was professional because, the reason why they were unhappy is because the cat didn't scratch it, right? So I didn't know that was going to be the case. So I put that in the feedback, and actually eBay did remove it because the person had questionable feedback. So I don't know if that's a competitor or another YouTuber trying to leave me a negative feedback, but regardless, it was removed. But I didn't get angry. And if it did not get removed, I wouldn't have been that bummed because I tried my best, and I try not to involve myself with things that I can't control. So in that case, be professional. Call eBay. I recommend that you can keep calling until you find a rep that would really understand your situation. But then again, do not spend too much time trying to do that. Just move on. I only call when I'm closing out returns or other situations where I'm like, hey, this has been over 5 days for this person's return. Can you please close it out? By the way, I have a negative feedback. This person didn't like it because their cat didn't like it. Is there anything I can do? Sometimes if it's related to the product and not your service, they will remove it. But again, everything starts at being professional. If they see you were nasty to the customer, it's extremely unlikely that they're going to help you remove that feedback. So just make sure you take your time and do it really well. Mother's Mustache, I apologize for the notification system. I don't know what's wrong with eBay. I mean, with YouTube, I will figure it out. If you guys want to hit the bell, it should notify you if YouTube pops up, but I'm not sure exactly why that's not working. So I will try to figure out why it's not sending notification to my subscribers. But thank you for still making it. I think this one is worth re-listening to. Okay, the ninth one is preparation and cleaning. Have to shout out my boy Tino, the Soul Advisor. He cleans a lot of shoes, and he makes shoes worth $30 more by just taking it, basically cleaning them, polishing them, making them look almost new. So if you really take the time to prep and prepare your items for sale, it's going to make the sale price go up quite a bit. And that's something important because you basically already invested your time into the item. Might as well do your best to prep it and clean it, store it properly. Don't stack 20 pairs of shoes on top of each other because it might damage them. Really take your time, prep, clean things properly. That's the difference between a hobby seller and a professional person that steams every single item, make sure there's no crease in any picture. There's a huge range here from 0 to 10. So you can definitely adjust that the way it goes. Okay, the next one is shipping. So this is the last one. Shipping is very, very, very important to take seriously. I recommend you package your items properly. Don't make your customer have to pay additional shipping. I also received a negative feedback in the last year, which was removed. But packages was packaged poorly, and so it actually opened on the way to the buyer. The buyer was very upset. They wrote, you almost damaged this really nice pair of shoes. Luckily, it wasn't damaged, so I'm not going to leave you a negative, but I will leave you a neutral because it was damaged, and the post office had to repackage it, and they ended up charging her $5.85 for that service. So that's my fault for not reinforcing the seams properly. I refunded the $5.80, and I asked if she wanted a additional discount or something, and she said no. She revised it to a positive feedback, even though she still had to drive to the post office and pay additional postage because it was had to be put in a different shipping container. So even with that experience, I was able to save a negative feedback. And just so you guys know, every 1,000 feedback, you get 5 more feedback revision requests, or every calendar year. You'll hear some different people say different things, but on January 1st, for me, my feedback revision counter reset. So I was able to get 5 more revisions, and I actually just used one for the cat scratcher. So the cat scratcher, um, actually, the cat scratcher version, but the one that I revised was the lady that had to pay the additional postage. So I like to send revisions even on neutral feedback. I'm trying to keep my feedback record as perfect as possible. But again, don't worry so much if you have one negative, because it's going to happen. Also, you're going to have competition that are going to potentially try to tarnish your record. So just be prepared for that. If you're going to be a larger seller on eBay, there's going to be a lot of attention, a lot of people coming to you. Also, as far as being level 1 to level 10, that's just a mindset change. For me, like, I want to be a level 10 for all the people around me. And if people are going to come at me, I know how to do level 10 drama if I really want to go that route. But again, it's not really worth it to get there. I tried some different stuff for that. And it looks like overall, yes, being involved with drama definitely in the short term is extremely profitable, because YouTube, beyond me being instructional, a lot of people find entertainment in these videos. So it's very important that when you are trying to build a YouTube channel, there's a bunch of different things that you guys want to do. One, you want to be informational. In my opinion, if you're informational, people will follow you because you're useful. The second thing that you can do is you can be entertaining, right? So I like to mix a little bit of both. I definitely jab other resellers on my call, but most of it is for fun. So I'm not really like doing it because I'm like um angry or pissed off at someone, or I genuinely dislike people. I don't. I get heat because I'm so nice to people. People are like, "Why are you so fake? Like, are you really whatever?" But the truth is, I think everyone is fine because all ships rise with the tide. The more people that talk about reselling, the more popular my channel is. The more people that I meet reselling, the more people give me information on what to sell. And this is how afforded me basically my dream lifestyle. I can sell stuff on the internet for the rest of my life. I have a YouTube channel. I have a Patreon group of people that I'm serving, 100 people that are awesome. And also, people tell me exactly what they have problems with. It's like, Chris, I need help with photography. I need help with listing. Can you help me do this? I'm disabled and I need to do this. Hey, I have a capital problem. What's the best way to build capital? Hey, I want to start a YouTube channel. What should I do? Hey, I want to do Instagram. Whatever you guys want me to investigate for you, I will take a look. I'll try to understand it. And so I can help you create that kind of content and build the lifestyle you want. That's the whole point of this channel, is to help you guys build your ideal eBay business. Ideally, I only want to deal with people who want to make 100,000 net or more, because that's just like my crew. People who are more like hobby sellers. I love you guys, but it's like, not my crew. My crew, because you can only have so much crew. Like, you guys are amazing, but I'm just trying to make it so that I'm dealing with so many people, so that I can really focus on providing the right kind of value. Let's see. You're saying I'm one of the. All right, let's set some Q&A up for a few minutes before I have to go. Today is Thursday, so it is one of my 3 date nights with my girlfriend. So it's important for me to try to make her life a level 10. So I literally have that written down, because like, it's very easy to just be a 5. And like, I have this weird mindset that I'm like, if I'm not the best option, I want her to be with somebody else. So like, I want to just be that 10 for her, because it's easier. I don't have to worry about being cheated on, because I'm already the best option. That's the whole point of that. Okay, drama is entertaining, but sometimes it is completely ridiculous. It's true. I mean, I put in the video like, don't watch this if you're trying to make money. I actually put 21 advertisements in that video, because I was like, the people who are going to watch this are people who are not working anyway. I might as well make as much money as I can on commercials. And then eventually it was demonetized, like all negative stuff. So I removed it. It made plenty of money when people were looking at it. So it's not something that I necessarily like to do, but it also proves a point. The people who are the people who are complaining generally, don't do a lot of the actual work. Like, it's the people who are working, they know when I put titles like that, okay, I won't watch this one. I'm just going to watch the stuff that's useful, right? The stuff that's useful has a commercial at the beginning, middle, and end. And the stuff that's not useful has a commercial every 1 minute, because I want to monetize the people who have too much time. If you are not working, you might as well watch commercials for GoDaddy or Fiverr or whatever ads are served on my channel. If you're going to be wasting time, you might as well fuel my channel so I can make more relevant stuff. This is part of the game, guys. So I'm trying to also be transparent with you guys and let you know this is all one big dysfunctional reselling family. You guys are all distant cousins of mine, and we're all working on different stuff. Like, believe it or not, I actually am fine with Rockstar Flipper. I'm fine with States Place. I'm fine with Emma, Just Another Seller. All these people I'm fine with. So, when you get onto into the channels, I'm just looking for nuggets. I'm nugget hunting. I'm hunting for gold. When I look at their channels, I'm like, what are they doing? What kind of keywords are they using? It's the same thing. Writing a keywords for YouTube is the same thing as writing it for eBay. I'm thinking about the customer. What do you guys want to see? That's why I titled this the one thing that will make or break your business. And I believe truly it is the mentality shift from I'm a hobby seller to I take this seriously. I'm a business owner. Being a business owner is so much cooler. You can tell your friends, I own a business. That's great. That makes you feel awesome. That elevates you to a different level. Your friends love you. Your friends are jealous. If you say you flip stuff at a profit, like you ruin Christmases for children by making toys too expensive, that's not admirable. No one likes that. Like, don't be that person. Just be someone who provides value as a business owner. That's important. I definitely recommend you guys buy YouTube Red. I'm not affiliated with YouTube Red, and it's just better. If you get YouTube Red, you don't have to watch any commercials. You can save a bunch of time. The reason why I don't use YouTube Red is because I want to see where the commercials are placed. I want to see what people are doing. When Mark Cuban or Gary Vee is running a show, I want to see where they place their commercials. And if you are selling a course or you have some larger agenda, usually people do not have any ads, right? So just depends on how you want to do it. For me, I want to make the majority of my information free, because the majority of people who reach out to me can't afford anything. I'd say like 90% of my 43,000 emails last year were, Chris, I don't have any money. I don't have any startup capital. I'm broke. I'm in debt. I have student loans. I'm really struggling to get by. How do I get started with eBay with $100 or $500 or 1,000? And it's challenging, right? You've got to hustle. You've got to reduce all your costs. You've got to be really crispy with your accounting so that you make sure how much you're actually making, and just slowly climb your way out of that. There's no way to fix that, really. So it's challenging. You really got to get in there and roll up your sleeves and treat yourself like a business owner, even when you don't have anything. And I think that habits are everything. What's up, Chris? Thank you for stopping by. Girl on Fire, I'm glad that you're working instead of doing this organically. Hannah, thank you for always being here. Appreciate that. But yeah, as far as treating yourself like a business, make sure that you focus on being a business owner. You are a shopkeeper. You are a garbage monger. You find stuff, and you find stuff in the universe, and you move it to a different place in the universe. That's your job, right? So show up early, sweep the floors, clean the toilets, stay a little bit late, put everything away, because that's just how you do it. Be a shopkeeper. Being a shopkeeper is cool. That's one of my favorite ways of referring to ourselves. I do actually like the term trash elf. I like that term because I think it's funny, but I get it. Some people don't want to be referred to as trash. I think maybe there's a piece of my soul that's trailer trash. That's why I feel like I can empathize with certain people. So maybe part of my true colors is there's 1% of me that's actually trash, so I can really channel in and absorb that when people are coming at me. You're doing your yearly inventory check now. Awesome. You don't have YouTube Red and you don't have to watch ads. Yeah, you can just set up ad blocker, and you should be able to remove it. That's my girlfriend texting me. I got to get off pretty soon. Let's see here. You don't have, yeah, if you install ad blocker, that is completely legit. If I were to have my Patreon full, I'd probably turn off ads. My Patreon is like 190 people or something, or maybe not that high, 160 people. So my goal is to do 1,000 people. And if 1,000 people are supporting me, I'll turn off the ads, because at that point, I'm already good. So I just want at that point to serve the best reselling content I can. I don't think I need to defend myself or anything because I look at all the competition all the time. I get reports from YouTube letting me know what my competition is doing. And I know I have the longest retention time. So people watch my videos the longest, which means I'm probably providing the most value, or maybe I'm the most entertaining, or maybe they like my voice. I'm not sure. Maybe they sleep to my voice, like some people have said. So Gnarly is saying that he or she doesn't refer to the items as trash. I don't refer to them as trash either, but I'm just saying I like the term trash elf. I think it's awesome. Trash elf is cool, but you could also be a store owner selling quality goods at a fair price. Whatever you want to be, you just decide who you want to be. Melissa, what's going on? Thank you for stopping by. You guys should check out my 30 tip eBay shortcut video. I do all the 30 tips in one video, or you can buy the PDF if you want in the description below, or every single day this month, I'm going to do one. So you guys can see, we're going to have a little bit of a discussion talking about mentality or organization or shipping or photography, all that good stuff. So I'll show you guys sort of the basics of running an eBay store, but of course it's a little more complicated than that because I just went over 10 topics today, which I will, I will go over one more time and then I'll call it a day, which is if you guys are just stopping by right now, please hit the like. But the point is, the one thing that'll make or break your business is treating yourself like a business versus a hobby. And there are 10 categories that you need to be a 10 at on a scale of 1 to 10. It's sourcing, photography, accounting, storage, your titles and description, your staff. I think you should be able to hire staff, whether or not you actually do, customer service, prepping and cleaning, and shipping. So try to get those things done. I appreciate you guys' time. I will see you tomorrow around the same time. I apologize again for being late today. It's trying to figure out this whole setup, and I'm going to be moving to a different studio shortly. So I appreciate you guys' time. Take care. Have a great one.